right, here in the Channel 8 studio, we're talking United Way, and as always, well, actually not as always, because James is here every once in a while, but right now, almost as always, is Renee. Renee, give us your campaign update. What you guys are at, what, 40%?
We're looking at 40% right now going into December, and we just really encourage people, if you want to keep track of the campaign and see where we're at, go to our website. We put a lot of time into it. We have a thermometer under there so you can watch the progress of the campaign. So go to liveunitedwcm.org and check it out.
All right, very good. So it's liveunitedwcm.org. It's right down here, so you can check that out. You had the Community Business Blitz, and you were giving away a advertising package to Lakeland Broadcasting. Tell us who won.
Well, we were very honored to give that package to Fenster Realty. We had many businesses that day contribute their donation to United Way during the Community Business Blitz. Well over $15,000 collected, and we still have some checks coming in, but Lakeland was gracious to give us a $1,200 advertising package, and Fenster's going to take advantage of that now.
All right, very good, and you'll be hearing those spots hopefully soon here. You know, we're here in December, and sometimes people think that, and we're going to talk about end of the year giving for United Way actually ends in December, but your funding cycle is different, and that's not the case. Give us some info on that.
You know, our fiscal year ends June 30th. So really now what we're doing is we're raising all the dollars first before we disperse them. A few years ago that was the opposite, and before I came on board they started to change that. So with December coming on, we'd like to encourage people to give before the end of the year for tax purposes, but we will continue to raise dollars till the end. If there's agencies out there, and we right now are funding 48 agency programs, their funding from us ends each year at June 30th. Those interested in continued funding or new funding for new projects, things that will meet the immediate needs in our region, are encouraged to contact us and come to one of our trainings in December.
All right, very good. And you're also looking for some agency reviewers too. Give us some info on that.
When we start to review our agencies, we first look at their finances. We'll look at their 990s, their current budget, their program budget, some of their fiscal policies, to see if they're on track, to see if it's an agency we want to fund. We need reviewers for that. These are people that are maybe a little more experts in looking at a 990, understand it better. We've got a good handful of some already signed up, but we could use a few more. So if you are someone out there who likes to look at numbers, and we'd love to have you be a volunteer for that. And then in April, we'll have the full agency review, and we'll recruit about 65 volunteers for that.
Oh, very good. All a part of the great things that are going on at the United Way. All right, end of the year giving now. Tell us what end of the year giving means to the United Way.
First off, we got to put our hats on.
Oh, Renee made me put this hat on. Okay, give us the scoop.
Right now we look really goofy, sorry. But end of the year is so important. It's the holidays. It's a spirit of giving. It's a chance for you to give to someone in need. United Way, our campaign is going on through June 30th. But right now, if you have someone you don't know what to buy for, or you would like to give United Way, this is a great time. $30 donation will give a child the book of reading for 1 year. And we have books right here in front of us, samples of that.
Right, and these are a part of the Imagination Library. And some people may not know it, but it's actually Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. And great program. For $30, kids get books. And how many students did you say again?
We have over 1,900 children in the region, over 900 in just Wilmer alone, getting these books. And it's all about getting kids prepared for kindergarten and building vocabularies and a love for reading. Your donation goes so many other directions. It's helping children who are dealing with tough decisions, maybe depression and those kind of issues. It helps seniors stay independent and healthy in their homes with healthy meals. It helps people dealing with grief. You have no idea how many different directions your dollar can go through United Way.
All right. Very true, and thanks for all the hard work, and hopefully you'll have a successful December and year-end giving. All right, that's going to wrap it up here from the Channel 8 studio. You are watching Do You Know? Happy holidays.
Hi, Jody Wambeck with the Wilmer Early Childhood Initiative and Early Childhood Family Programs. Tonight we are at the Pennock Community Center for the November WOW event, and remember, WOW stands for World of Wonder. It's going to be a great event tonight. We have several things set up. We are going to be making Play-Doh, we are going to be making homemade pizzas, we are going to be making ice cream with the Dairy Princess, we are going to be making some yummy snacks, and of course we have an assortment of books behind us. What's going to be fun, when the kids come in, they're going to sign in and they're going to get a chef hat, and they're going to be ready to do some cooking and some reading tonight. So it's going to be a great event. Also, I want to take this time to tell you about our upcoming WOW events. In January, we are going to be going to the YMCA Child Care Center for a motor event. So be looking for information on that. And then in February, oh my goodness, we have such a great event scheduled for February. The Wilmer Public Library will be hosting the event, and we have a special guest coming. So be sure to be looking out for information on that. And then also, toward the end of the month, you will be receiving your Wilmer Community Ed and Rec pamphlet, and I want you to be sure to look at that and sign up for ECFE classes that will be starting in January. You are watching Do You Know?
Hello, it's Steve Brizendine, Wilmer Community Education and Recreation Director. I'm here today to talk about our Wilmer Community Ed and Rec program offerings. Our fall catalog of offerings is just about wrapping up for the year as we move into December, and we are in the process of beginning our winter offering catalog. So please, if you have interest in any programs that may or may not have been offered in the past, by all means, let us know at Wilmer CER or call us at 231-8490 and let us know what you're thinking and what programs you might be interested in us trying to gather for you and the rest of the community. As we move into the final month of our season and start heading towards the holidays, I'd like to highlight a couple of our youth programs that have been very successful for us over the last couple of months. We've got a cup stacking program, and that takes place at Roosevelt Elementary School and available for all of our students, and it's been a highly successful program, and we'd like to share that with you so that you understand what cup stacking is and how entertaining it might be, not only for the children but also as a family activity. We'd also like to let you know a little bit more about our dance programs. We've got a large enrollment in dance programming. The Main Point Center has done that work for us, and it's been a wonderful offering for the community, and we're very excited about the things that they're doing and the other youth-related programming that they've got available to you, the Wilmer community. As we talk about children and the youth of our community, our Child Guide program has been a very successful program for the last 16 years in Wilmer. We've got child guides in each of the elementary schools and also at the middle school, and their role is to connect children with asset developing programs, whether that be after school programs or during school mentorships or reading programs. We believe that the Child Guide program has been a proven success for the Wilmer School District, and due to the generous funding opportunities that the Bremer Foundation and United Way of West Central Minnesota have given us, we are going to be able to continue that program into the future. We've been successful in writing a couple of grants through those organizations, and I can't thank Bremer Foundation and the United Way enough for the support of the Child Guide program. Those staff members do a great job connecting students with after-school programs, with mentoring programs. We've got a Rotary reading program, so it's just been a wonderful asset to the community, and I think our children and families are the beneficiaries of that type of work. So again, another aspect of Wilmer Community Education and Recreation that you may or may not know about, but child guides are indeed a part of the Wilmer Community Ed and Rec program. We've got a lot of exciting things taking place. We're transitioning to our winter activities. We've got all sorts of adult recreation programs taking place in the evenings, our youth programs after school and on the weekends. We're pretty excited about the enrollment that we've got in some of our youth hockey programs. We're working with the Wilmer Hockey Association to try to grow and improve that program, and we think that there's been some major strides in trying to do that. And we're also excited about with all the other partnerships that we've created in our community ed and rec world, from early childhood through the youth programming and the K-12 program into the young adults and older adults as we get into our senior center and the Wilmer Community Activity Center, and the work that they do out there with more of our older population has just been fantastic things. The latest thing they're working on is trying to improve the wood shop that's at the Wilmer Community and Activity Center and try to get that up and running so that the members of that club and the people that use that facility can have a quality experience in some of the woodworking machinery that is available for people out there to use on a regular basis. That's just a number of the things that we do in community education and recreation. We obviously not only program, but we also schedule the facilities. So all the school district and City of Wilmer facilities are scheduled through Wilmer Community Education and Recreation staff. And last year we had over 150,000 people utilize our public facilities in this community. So that's an overwhelming number, and it just shows the support that is out there for the community to try to improve our facilities and upgrade the amenities that are available to you, the citizens of Wilmer. I'd also like to touch base on our park plan. We've talked about this in the past. Our park plan is nearing the final stages. We have done an inventory of the parks. We know what 37 parks we've got, the amenities that are in those parks. We've got a maintenance schedule developed for those parks. Our next step is to have an open house in the month of December to get more feedback from the public as to what other amenities might be out there that they are interested in. How can we improve the parks that are existing, and how can we enhance, especially the largest park that we've got in our community, Robbins Island. There's some thoughts of an amphitheater. There's some thoughts of a destination park. We've gotten feedback about archery parks. We've gotten feedback about dog parks. So we're getting near the final stages of creating a park plan that will enable us to guide our vision for the parks for the next 5, 10, and 20 years. So as we near the end of that process, we certainly invite you, the public, to be a part of that process by attending the open house at the Wilmer City Library. And we'll also continue after that process with some focus groups to narrow down maybe some of the bigger projects and the work that we want to do with the bigger projects, and whether that be an amphitheater, a splash park, whatever it might be. We have not come to any final conclusions on the amenities that we're going to be looking at in the future. So by all means, please give us the feedback. Again, Wilmer Community Education and Recreation is a holistic program running from our youngest children in the community to our eldest adults in the community. We're happy to serve you, the community of Wilmer, as you play, laugh, and learn with Wilmer Community Education and Recreation. You can contact us at wilmercer.com. And this has been Do You Know?
Good afternoon. This is Susan Matson, Master Gardener, and I'm with Angela here at Stacy's Nursery in the tree forest. We're going to be looking at some of the varieties of the trees this afternoon with Angela, also checking out different shapes, sizes, and where the trees actually come from. So I'm going to turn it over to Angela now, and she'll talk about what they have at Stacy's Nursery.
Hi, this is Angela, and we are going to go through a walk through the forest. So what we're going to look at today is some of the different kinds of Christmas trees we sell here at the nursery. We display them all in this greenhouse so that you guys can kind of be in the virtual forest. Our most popular Christmas tree right behind me here is the balsam fir. We do grow a lot of these down at the tree farm. If you caught last year's How Do You Know at this time, we went out to the tree farm. We grow a lot of these. These are the most fragrant Christmas tree we sell, a short needle balsam fir. And they range in sizes all the way up to 15 feet tall here at the nursery. So we have one for anybody's home. Right behind me here is the Scotch pine. Now this is a Christmas tree that is probably the most popular back in the 90s. It's losing a little bit of its popularity, but still a really nice Christmas tree, really fat and full. And this is these ones are actually painted. That's how you get your dark greenness here. Wonderful tree for ornaments. So if you've got lots of ornaments, this is the most popular tree for that. These only go up to about 8 foot, however. We can't get them to grow a whole lot taller for us. We're going to go for a little walk down here and check out some of the Fraser firs. Now, a Fraser fir is actually grown in North Carolina, and it grows up in the mountains in North Carolina, and Stacy and Judy went up there and picked our Fraser firs. They have this nice silvery undertone. We kind of call these the Cadillac of Christmas trees because they are your most expensive, but they kind of are one of the nicest, really nice and full, and they have a great fragrance to them. Those we do go up to 12 feet in height here at the store, and they are sure gaining a lot of popularity. One of the other trees we sell back here is the white pine. Now we don't sell quite as many of those as we used to, but they're a soft-needled pine tree. Not the best for ornaments here at Christmas time because the ornaments can get kind of heavy and hold the needles down, but they're a really soft, pretty tree. They're the only tree, however, that doesn't have a lot of fragrance. So if you're looking for a really high fragrant tree, you'd want to go with the balsam fir or the Fraser fir. This one isn't going to have your most fragrance. Now I'm just going to have us peek around the corner here and take a look outside where we have our native trees. They're a native balsam, and Stacy himself goes up to the woods and cuts these up at some of his land. I don't know if we can walk all the way out here and kind of take a look at these. The kind of cool thing about this is they're an unsheared Christmas tree. Most Christmas trees are sheared. That's how you get your perfect shape. These are an unsheared tree. So we kind of call them the Charlie Brown of Christmas trees. They're your so ugly I'm cute Christmas tree. And this is our first tree we'll sell out of. So we have this small selection behind us, and we'll sell out of those within the first 2 weeks of selling trees because they're kind of a unique, different tree that a lot of people don't have. Most husbands think they're hideous and wives love them. So they're kind of fun to come just take a look at here. Those actually can go all the way up to 18 to 20 foot tall. A lot of churches use this tree because it's a very natural native look, and they can group them together in like a 8, 10, 12 foot height and have 3 of them just fit in the church nicely. So that's kind of the different selection of trees we have here at the nursery, and all put in the greenhouse here.
Well, I have a couple questions as you were walking through. I know I've often bought at a tree farm a natural Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. They look really great in front of a window with lights and decorations on, so I always encourage people to look at these, but your other thick trees look really good too. So, and I know people sometimes wonder how much does a typical tree cost, and I'm sure it depends on where the trees are shipped from, as well as the different varieties, but maybe if you want to just quickly touch on that.
Sure. Now, most of our trees are growing right here in Minnesota. Just those from North Carolina, those Frasers, those are shipped in. But most trees are going to run anywhere from $50 up to about $80. We do have the Scotch pine are more in the $35 to maybe $50 range. The balsams are going to mostly start at $45 and go up to $65. And then the Frasers are going to be more your high-end tree, more at that $65 up to $80, $90 range. Of course, the taller you go, the more expensive you go.
Now we're going to take a look at some of the other things that Stacy's has out here, and we'll go to the showroom to take a look at some of the wreaths and also some of the other decorations, the pots that you can have put together out here, and Angela will lead us through that too.
All right, so we're out of the forest, back up into our workshop up here at Stacy's Nursery, and we're going to show you a couple of our fun Christmas decorating ideas. Now, spruce tip potted arrangements have became quite popular, and we have all the spruce tips here at the nursery. And then what you can do, which is really fun, is add stuff from your home that you found out in the woods. So for instance, here is some blue juniper that is kind of neat. It grows right here in our area. You can go out to the woods and pick that. We have some willow sticks over here that you guys might have in your yards that you can pick, and some other different pines that you can also find out in the area. So this is a nice potted arrangement with some fun pheasant feathers also in it that you can add from your husband's hunting ventures. Over here we have a really fun wreath that we've created. Now these wreaths can actually go indoors or outdoors, which is kind of fun. This is made out of that Fraser fir that we looked at out in the greenhouse. That comes from North Carolina, and then it's mixed in with some cedar, some neat magnolia leaves, pepperberry, which would be fun if we could grow here, but we can't. And then the pine cones again, and then using the pheasant feathers as well. So these are some of the finished products that we kind of assemble all day long here at the store. And we're just going to kind of take a little look at how we do that. People are kind of interested in it and think it's fun. So this is our wreath machine here, and we just kind of grab whatever we want to put into it. And I'm going to use the magnolia again and the pheasant feathers and the cedar, and we just kind of arrange it in a nice handful here. And it's a kind of a big stapling machine that clamps the wreath ring all in place. It's hard to hold your mic and talk and work. And then we just kind of step down and clamp it, and then we just continue to clamp. Now this is a 24-inch wreath, which is the most popular size sold, but we do go all the way up to 60-inch wreaths, which are used at a lot of, large businesses or on barns. So you can kind of just see how we assemble this. This year we've made over 3,000 wreaths already. So we make them in our sleeves, sleep by this point. I don't know if you're able to see this, but kind of a neat process. Feel free to stop in anytime and we can show you a closer look at it. And then over here what we're kind of doing is putting an arrangement together with the treetops. So what we have is we try to start with our tallest treetops in the back and kind of stage step work our way down. And then we add all the fun things that I was telling you that you can get from your garden. This spring, I think, was it the spring or summer, we did a how do you know on hydrangeas, and this is another great place to use your hydrangeas is in your holiday decorating. So what we do is we spray paint them and just shove them on in. And it adds kind of that red, nice red color. And kind of a nice way to use those hydrangeas that you had blooming all summer at home. And any of them work. Really popular item this year is birch. Most people can go out and find birch as well, otherwise we do have it here. And we just stick those in. I gotta get them in good. This is gonna kind of be a half done one, and then we can look at the finished product over here. And then using the dogwood, of course, again. And then we use a lot of Norway, which is a longer needled pine. I'll have one of my little elves grab that for me. And then we usually put that around the bottom, as you can see over here, and that kind of helps hide the base of the pot. And that's a nice texture change. We also get that up north along with our native Christmas trees that Stacy goes up and cuts. So this is the Norway here, a long needled pine. This is not used as a Christmas tree, but we do have people ask for it as one. So we'll sometimes stick some of that up in the middle. and then also have it be around the base of the pot to kind of help hide the bottom of the pot. And then we'd filter it in kind of all around the base. So, all right, I just wanted to kind of mention this tree over here is from our tree farm, which is right down the road that we visited last year, the Cut Your Own Tree Farm. You can go down and cut your own Christmas tree there. This is a balsam fir and kind of that native fun look, so that shows you what one looks like decorated. And then just down here, we're going to look at a couple of the arrangements that we did up. These are great window box ideas if you've got window boxes at home. And you can see how we use the birch again and the fun berries, and then how this one's got some lights in it, so that's kind of nice. Right behind that arrangement is a boxwood wreath. People are coming in because those are gaining a lot of popularity for indoor decorating as well, hanging in your windows. So that's kind of a fun thing to come out and check out. And then we'll maybe just take a look at the arrangement that we finished, that we were working on. This is kind of the finished look, and it's pretty simple. So I think any of you guys can do it with a little bit of guidance from us here at the nursery, and using those fun hydrangeas and the birch and the dogwood, all from your own garden. And that is all we have today at Stacy's.
Thank you, Angela. You do a great job.
Thank you.
I just think I am truly amazed. And now for Do You Know, we'll be moving on to Late Bloomers, and we'll meet you there in a few minutes. This afternoon we're at Late Bloomers, and we are joined by some special guests. And they are going to be roasting marshmallows on a burner that you can have in your home, and it uses an organic fuel. And you do have to watch them closely. But I'll introduce Gwen, and she can talk a little bit about the fuel and the special burners.
Well, we have a lot of variety of the flower pots, of the fire pots. Like Susan said, it's an organic fluid that you put in there. As you see, we're roasting marshmallows, and that's very safe to do right within your house. A lot of people use them on their patio.
Okay, and the girls, besides roasting marshmallows, are going to be making s'mores this afternoon. So they're putting the marshmallows onto the graham crackers and adding some chocolate, and I would say that they would be really fun, the burners to have on a patio, as well as you could have them on your coffee table or in any place that would be a safe area at your home. Here at Late Bloomers, there's an abundance of things for Christmas and for the holidays. Over here we have a huge selection of different colored poinsettias, and some white, some pink, some variegated, some with looks like sparkly glitter on. I had found out earlier that the blue poinsettias that you can buy are actually painted on, but these look like more natural colors. So that's another thing from Late Bloomers. We also have lots of decorations, lights, special lights. Here Gwen has showed me the pot with a string of lights in, and that's about a battery operated light stream, right? And that can fit into a pot. It could be put into a glass container so that you could see the lights through it. But again, it's not a flame or anything, so you could have it wherever you would like to have some special lights. So this has been Do You Know? And we are at Late Bloomers, and wish you all a happy holidays.